summer semester of school has started. It has. A year ago, I created a chocolate chip cookie recipe that is absolutely delicious, but I wanted to expand on that recipe a little bit more with 4 different flavors of it. I'm thinking black sesame, s'mores, strawberry, and toffee. I'm honestly a little bit nervous because I don't know how the original recipe is going to react to these additions, but I'm excited as well. So let's just get into baking. Firstly, I wanted to make my toffee brittle. I've never made this before, so I wanted to ensure if I messed up, I would have enough time to restart. I lined a baking sheet with air fry parchment paper actually. I mean, it's versatile. And then I turned the heat to about medium. Next, I added packed brown sugar and butter to a pan, and I cooked it until it was emulsified. There's apparently 3 stages to toffee. Like, you'll have the bubble, the soft bubble, and then a creamy and caramel-like texture. And that's how you know that it's done. Once emulsified, I poured the toffee onto the lined sheet and let it sit until firm, which took about 15 minutes, I would say. Next, we're making the strawberry filling for the strawberry cookie, which is slightly different from the toffee. I don't know if I should leave the strawberries or not. Or should I filter it out? I'm gonna filter it out. Okay, compared to the toffee, instead of using brown sugar, we're actually going to use white sugar because I want to make sure I'm capturing the strawberry flavor as much as I can. So white sugar is just going to keep that neutral flavor that I'm looking for when I'm making this strawberry brittle. And instead of butter here, we're actually using water. We're kind of doing this similar concept as like a candy apple. So you're just going to be boiling for a longer period of time till it starts to get to that crystallization phase. Something else I went ahead and did is filter out my strawberry jam, which I kind of regret doing because I wish I had more strawberry flavor within the cookies. So if you plan on making this, I would honestly leave the strawberry flavor in there, or if anything, add more strawberry. And because the boiling technique is a little bit different with sugar, we're actually going to use a thermometer, and it doesn't have to be candy thermometer, just make sure that it reaches about 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 149 Celsius. Next, we're moving on to our black sesame powder. You can either buy this store-bought or you can make it yourself. I just so happen to have sesame seeds, so I thought just making the powder would be easier. But yeah, don't do what I'm doing right here, which is using a coffee grounder that doesn't have the proper lid and using a fork and saran wrap to blend it. Yeah, no, it's dangerous. Like, don't do that. Just use the proper equipment. If you have a food processor, use a food processor. If you actually have a coffee grinder that has the lid, use that. But anywho, we're just grinding this up till it's somewhat of a nice fine powder, and then we're going to add all of our other ingredients to it. For this paste, we're adding a bit of honey and a small splash of water. I end up adding a little bit too much water. Actually, I feel like I probably shouldn't have added any water to this because my honey was already quite liquidy, which is why I'm going to end up putting it inside the freezer just to set for about maybe 15 minutes. Now that we have all of our add-ins ready, we can start laying out our main ingredient, and I would add, for your butter and egg, leave them out to about room temperature. It'll just make a really good quality cookie, which has really good flavor and really good texture. Okay, so we finished all the separate components in the kitchen. Now we're gonna actually assemble the cookie and put everything together. The first thing we're gonna do is break up all the toffee and the crunchy bits. Yes, I'm so excited. Now it's really just cookie. Let's get into it. I lost my mallet to be able to like crush things, so we're just gonna use this really big screwdriver. Yeah, we're gonna use that. It's clean, don't worry. It's pretty much new. We've never ever actually used it. We're gonna break this in half. This tastes so good. I haven't had toffee in so long, mainly because this is not my go-to thing ever. But after trying it, let me just tell you, that was absolutely delicious. I think this should be enough, honestly. You can save the rest for later. We might be able to use it for something. I'm gonna give this a mash. I don't want the pieces too small. I want them just small enough. I think this should be okay. Wow. I honestly wish you guys could smell how good this smells. Oh my goodness. Oh, look how pretty that is. Let's give this a taste. It's so nice and buttery. Very delicious. Now we're gonna do the exact same process with the strawberry flavored one. Can I put it in here? Yeah, I will. Okay, now we have everything pretty much ready. Now we're just gonna build the cookie, and I decided that I'm gonna make the cookie in completion, like a chocolate chip cookie, and then add everything to it. Except for the black sesame one, I'm gonna leave that without the chocolate chips first, and then mix in the chocolate chips when I mix in the black sesame. Or should I do that the opposite way? Because I still want it to have that swirl. We'll think on that one. To begin, for the dough, I'm mixing together brown sugar, butter, and vanilla until it's fully combined. And this took about 4 minutes. We just want to make sure that there's no clumps of butter or brown sugar. Everything's just fully mixed in. After that, I added in the egg and whipped everything until it created a light and creamy texture. If you don't want to hand mix it, you can also use an electric mixer just to make the prep time go by quicker and to ensure everything is fully combined. For the dry mixture, I always like to separately mix in the baking soda and powder into the flour before combining with the wet mix. This is also the stage you would add in salt, and the reason I do this is to ensure the risers are fully immersed within the dough. And after everything is fully combined, now I can combine both of the mixtures together and start folding until we have a nice smooth dough. Here is where I literally messed up because I started measuring out 8 equal sized balls for the baking, but then I realized I didn't even add in the chocolate chips. So I had to basically take all of that back and do all the remeasurements. Once I added in the chips, I remeasured the total weight of the dough and divided it by the number of cookies I wanted to make. And for me, that was 8 total cookies. For the black sesame cookies, I somewhat flattened the dough and folded it in the paste as gentle as I could, but honestly, it just all came together. It didn't really create the marble effect, but it's okay because it was still delicious. And onto the tray with extra paste, and it's ready for the oven. For the s'mores cookie, I pancaked the dough and added in mini marshmallows, and I saw somewhere online that if you use vegan marshmallows, it will help the cookie from, one, not exploding, but also decrease the melting of the marshmallows, so you'll actually have like the marshmallow bits in it. I'll try that next time. After adding on the marshmallows, I added the graham cracker bits and a little bit of a dusting so I have some extra graham crackers within the cookie. For the toffee cookie, it's actually quite simple. We are just mixing in a bit of the toffee brittle and then putting a couple on top for decoration and also give the cookie a nice marble. And the same concept goes for the strawberry cookie as well. Okay, all of our cookies are prepped. Now we're just going to put them inside the freezer to chill for about 30 minutes. And then we can bake them. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let's get this going. After freezing for about 30 minutes, they'll be nice and firm, which is perfect since we have add-ins. And I bake them on the top rack, which is important, at 350 for 13 to 14 minutes or until golden brown. I placed my original cookie on the bottom rack just to see how it would come out. I never really bake on the bottom, so this was honestly a nice experiment to try. The cookies are out, and honestly the spreading is no surprise since I used a lot of dough and there wasn't enough bloom space, but I fixed this with using a circular motion with a cookie cutter, and it basically rounded out the cookie. And after all of that, now we're just glazing the cookies, the black sesame and the strawberry, and then we are done. Okay, so the cookies are out of the oven and I'm so excited to try them. The first one we're gonna try is the toffee one. This looks so good. Look at it. And then look at the back. You can see like the caramelization of the toffee. And I just love how the cookie looks as well. I'm trying to figure out where I want to bite because like that little middle piece right there looks really good. Okay, I had to pause because I was having a sneeze attack, but let's bite right here. Okay, so it still tastes like a chocolate chip cookie, which they're all gonna taste like, but the toffee gives it a nice bounce texture. It kind of has the texture of like mochi, but not as chewy, and I really like that. And then the toffee also brings out a nice flavor within the chocolate, a more nutty, rich flavor. So it just feels like a super enhanced chocolate chip cookie. I think this is probably my favorite version of a chocolate chip cookie. And this is coming from somebody who grew up not really liking toffee. So I give this one a 9 out of 10. Next, we're gonna do our strawberry. The strawberry one, I already know it's probably gonna be quite mute in flavor, but honestly, I don't even mind that. I put a little bit of like a strawberry glaze on it, and ooh, look at the back. Oh my god, that's so cool. So I'm gonna probably bite right here so I can get more of that strawberry flavor. That's actually really unique. It definitely needs more strawberry, but you can definitely taste it. It's not like too overpowering, and you're still getting a nice chocolate chip cookie, but like this fruity flavor kind of sneaking in. That's really nice. And once again, the crystals within it is making a nice bouncy texture, and I like that a lot. I give this one an 8 out of 10, only because it can use a little bit more strawberry flavor, but that's my fault. I probably should got like strawberry powder and implemented it within the mix. That would have made it really strawberry, but still really maybe a 9 out of 10. Yeah, let's do a 9 out of 10. I'm still savoring it and it's really good. Like the more I eat it, the more the strawberry starts to seep, and I really like that a lot. I can't say I need just a little bit of water. It's like a palate cleanse and you just get some water. Okay, next we're gonna do the black sesame. I also did a black sesame glaze for this one as well. I'm excited for this one. You can see the back. It just looks like a standard cookie. Let's give this one a taste. Especially with the glaze, I feel like it would be actually quite nice. The smell is really nice as well. Let's taste like in this quarter. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so you don't initially taste the flavor of the black sesame until you're basically done eating the cookie, and it sneaks up on you. It's a very mild cookie, but I like that. It's smoky. It's a very smoky cookie. So if you like more rich flavors, I think you would really like this one. Yeah, it's a chocolate chip cookie, but it's one of those things where you eat it, you're like, you know what you're eating, but there's something in the back. Like there's an ingredient in there that you're just like, what is that? I like that. That's what this is. That one, I would give this one an 8 out of 10. Yeah, that one's an 8 out of 10. Delicious, but it could use probably, like the strawberry one, a little bit more black sesame. Next is gonna be the s'mores. As you can see, the marshmallows did melt a bit, but I kind of like it. It added a nice caramelization within the cookie, and then you can see little bits of the graham crackers. So I think I'm gonna bite right here because it's a little bit of everything. Okay. Honestly, that one just tastes like a regular chocolate chip cookie, but you can tell there's other ingredients in it, especially with the graham cracker. I feel like if I had melted more marshmallows on top, then I would have probably obviously tasted everything else, but I already had a lot of sugar going on in the cookie, so I was like, you know what, maybe this is enough. If you like s'mores, I would give this one a try. Maybe do how you typically see in videos where they have like a graham cracker, marshmallow, and a dough on top. Also 8 out of 10. Last but not least, my OG cookie. Now, this one actually looks quite different today because I cooked it on the bottom rack because I need the whole rack at the top to cook the other cookies. I always bake everything on the top rack because the bottom is just a little bit too hot, but let's taste it. As you can tell, compared to the other ones, it's crunchier, which I'm not a fan of. I don't like crunchy cookies, but It's nice and caramelized, I'm not gonna lie. It has a more brown butter taste. Like if I were to make these brown butter cookies, that's what this tastes like. But I think I still prefer my standard cookie. But if you like a more crunchy cookie, definitely bake on the bottom rack. But if you're like me and like more of a softer cookie, stick to the top rack. But that is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for coming along on this cookie journey with me and basically taking a little bit of a mental break to do a more simple video this week. It was very fun still, and I'm glad to have shared so many different variations of my cookie recipe. If you try my OG recipe, please let me know how you like it. If you saw any cookies in this video, or if you have any cookie ideas, please let me know as well in the comments. And yeah, I'll see everyone in my next video, which, let me tell you, I'm very excited for that video. I already started planning it last week, and trust me, it's gonna be a good one. But goodbye.